did a survey, right?
Mm-hmm.
Them same survey questions I sent y'all.
Right.
Did a survey with women. I got 70 responses back, right?
Uh-huh.
You know what women think of us, black men? They think that black women think that they are tools for us
Really?
to be used. They think
Really?
that, yes, they think that they are there for our enjoyment only. They think that they're there to fuck and suck and cook and clean, to be quiet, to basically they are puppets and we're the master puppeteers. That's what a lot of black women think.
You know, I mean, I'm just sorry the experiences that they went through. I mean, I wish that the experiences was more positive, because it seemed like they went through a lot of negative.
Yeah, there was some glimpses of like positivity, but like the general consensus is we're not compassionate.
Wow.
We don't communicate effectively. We're not empathetic. We're not empathetic. It's just that we're just not good partners. And
you know what though? I'll take it deeper than that. So like a lot of these men that the women are dealing with, what type of households are they coming from?
But see, look, I'm glad you said that, because all of these answers, right? Check it. All these answers are everything is surface. Everything is surface. And I took everything with a grain of salt, because remember, it's a two-way street. Because you can say anything you want to say under the sun about a man, about a black man. But we all have a past. And everybody's broken.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody comes from a broken household in some form or fashion. So you take me as an individual and my upbringing, and you and your upbringing, the fact that I have to deal with my traumas as a child and learn how to navigate through life on my own. And then as a woman, she's doing the same thing, right? So like when they say like in church, the two become one, right?
Yeah.
I don't believe in that. I believe in two separate people moving along a path together. I don't believe I don't believe in two people becoming one, because if I'm an individual and I decide to get in a relationship with you, I still have work to do.
Right.
You know what I think that really means though? Not necessarily one, but more of one mind.
How can we be? I'm gonna take it even a step further. Earlier, we talked about living in this environment and being in what? Survival mode.
Exactly.
What if you come across a woman who grew up in the suburbs? Never had to think about surviving. Ever. Lived a great quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
Went to good schools, right? Had a few relationships, boyfriends, the man, some dickheads along the way, but a fairly okay lifestyle. Maybe her mom is a dick. Maybe the dad's a dick. Maybe she had some, body dysmorphic issues. Like maybe she was overweight as a kid. Like, people got issues, whatever. But what I'm saying is that you're in survival mode. She's not. How could you ever become one and like-minded? The way you live life as a man is rooted on and based on the fact that you grew up in an environment where you had to look over your shoulder. So if you dealing with somebody who never had to live like that, how would she ever be able to relate?
You have to.
She can't relate.
She can't relate while you that way.
She doesn't even understand.
Right. She don't.
Nobody's gonna relate to you in survival mode, except for other people in survival mode. But they not go. Y'all all in survival mode. So y'all all at each other.
It's the
it ain't really much. Like. But I think that actually kind of balances it out a little bit, though. Maybe that's kind of like
it could be, yeah.
This person, they're from the suburb. I mean, this is just a general example. But like this person has something that this person doesn't. This person is in survival mode. This person may be a lot more empathetic, so that's what makes them work.
Correct.
So
could be, yep.
Or it could be the negative, where it's just the other person is just, I'm in survival mode and you're empathetic, so I'm about to just take everything. And it goes back to the tool thing when women say they feel like tools. So
absolutely. Or it could be flip side. Check it out. I'm in survival mode. You never had to deal with that. And as the woman, instead of you being empathetic to that, what if you become cold and callous and you start looking at me like, yo, like this guy right here, like he could be problematic.
Yeah.
I don't want to be with a man that feels like, yo, he got to look over his shoulder all the time. I don't want to be with a man that feels like he always got to raise his voice or he got to talk like this and be animated.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because people, again, being judgmental. She feels like, yo, like you, like why you always moving your hands when you talk? And you like, yo, fam, that's just how I speak. Or like, yo, you always raising your voice like when you talk to me. Like, yo, you think I'm doing that out of anger? I'm not angry. I'm passionate.
You talk like that. Yeah.
I'm passionate.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So it's easy for people to take shit the wrong way and flip it and bounce it. And that's the only reason why I said that I don't believe in two becoming one, because it's like you always have to do work on yourself.
Right.
You always have to self-reflect when you're in a relationship with a woman. You always have to be mindful about how you come across, what you say, how you say it, how you move. Your eyebrows arch in a certain way.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You look at her a certain way. She was like, yo, what's that all about? And to you might be like, yo, I didn't even notice that I was doing anything.
Because it's so natural. But it's just crazy to hear women.
In front, sure.
It's just crazy to hear those women think out of like 70% of those women think that we just.
Turn it toward you. Yeah.
It's just 70% of those women actually think that like we just here to not protect them. And I mean, I get it. Like, your experiences make you think like, you know, most black men just don't really care. But it's just crazy. Like, that's just astronomical numbers right there. Like 70%. Like, that's a lot.
It's a lot, bro.
Like, that's really a lot. 70%, like, really think that we just out here and just don't really care. It's just
they think that we out here just doing us
and don't really care.
Just doing us, using black
just
women,
hopping around from woman to woman, like
fucking them, leaving them. Don't really give a shit about how they feel. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of it is true though. But
it is.
A lot of this is kind of like on the surface, yeah, it looks bad on us. But if you go deeper, a lot of this is like derived from like the whole slavery thing where the black man was taken out of like it's a lot
taken
of that.
Out of the home.
Yeah.
They was taken out of the home, and even with like you got a lot of times the black man is not in the home, whether he's just left or he's not there because it might mess up the aid, you know, the government aid.
That's the thing.
Or like just in general, there's a negative connotation towards black men in general.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying that we don't live up to that negative. We probably enforce it. You know what I'm saying?
But it is systematic.
It's systematic. It's designed that way. So,
of course,
like, you know, I think we all just need to have a little bit more empathy towards each other. Because like I understand that part with a black woman and just women, they don't feel protected by us because we weren't in a position to protect them.
Right.
Since slavery, basically.
Yeah,
that's right. Of course,
and you know that was even though that was years ago. You know, this is intelligent design. Like everything that happens over time, it gets put into your DNA, and as you grow and you know civilization progresses, is in there, so it's gonna come out. So on the surface, it looks bad.
There's a lot of spiritual warfare, of course, and that's been embedded in us.
But there's no excuse though. That. I'm not gonna. I don't want anybody to see this, and like I'm not here making excuses for men.
Absolutely,
like, I don't believe in that. So you still got to figure it out.
So let me ask y'all this, right? Like to kind of like put some of these things to a close. Like, what do you, as knowing all that, what do you think? What do you think are some of the things we need to do as men to like put all of these negative stigmas to bed, put them shits to rest? You know what I'm saying? So we can be a better example in the community and have better relationships. Just in general, like some things you think that we can do.
I think one of the things that we should do is focus more on like a lot of these things that we into, they're not based on like, I don't know, financial literacy, wealth creation, family building, business. I think a lot of us center our lives around leisure and having fun. And I think that, it's 2020. Yeah, it's cool. Everybody wants to have fun, and I got all these girlfriends, and I'm, all this wild stuff, but you can't take none of that with you, man. You're not leaving nothing for nobody. So I guess more so we need to focus more on our legacy. And, if you have a woman and you're dealing with her, the way how you treat her is gonna be a reflection of you. So if you treating her like shit, your 100%. Life's gonna be shit.
100%, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You said that. If you treating her like a queen, she gonna treat you like a king or a god. You treating her like a goddess, she gonna treat you like the god. So it's like we just all need to have a little more empathy with each other and understand that, like, we in this together. Like, that's the oneness. Like, that's the oneness. So yeah,
I couldn't have said that better. Yeah.